Attention! These 4 exercises may be destroying your heart after 60 and 4 that can save you. Have you ever wondered if the exercises you do daily are actually protecting your heart or putting it at risk? What if I told you that some physical activities that you consider healthy may be causing silent damage to your cardiovascular system after the age of 60? Is it possible that the exercise your neighbor practices religiously is exactly what you should avoid? Recent studies reveal an alarming truth about how our bodies respond to exercise after the 6th decade of life, especially when it comes to the heart and blood circulation. Your heart changes with age, and ignoring these changes can literally cost you your life. Research from the American Heart Association shows that correctly adapting exercise after age 60 can reduce the risk of serious cardiovascular events by up to 40%. What are these dangerous exercises that many still practice without knowing the risk? And who are the ones that truly protect and strengthen your mature heart? Let's get started. The hidden truth: why your body needs new movement after 60. With advancing age, our cardiovascular system undergoes significant transformations that many are unaware of. Arterial walls naturally lose elasticity, making the heart more vulnerable to pressure spikes. Our myocardium, the heart muscle, also becomes less efficient at pumping blood during intense efforts. The ability to recover between exercises decreases considerably, especially after the age of 60. The autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for regulating our heartbeat, becomes less responsive. Ignoring these natural changes is like driving an old car as if it were new. The risk of breakdown is immense. Studies from Harvard University show that age-inappropriate exercise can increase the risk of cardiovascular injury by up to 70%. Adapting does not mean stopping, but moving more intelligently and consciously. Many doctors agree that it is possible to stay active and healthy for decades, as long as you respect the body's new needs. The good news is that small adjustments to your exercise routine can have extraordinary benefits for your heart. But before revealing the best exercises, let's get to know the signals your body sends when something is wrong. You'll be surprised to find out how your body tries to alert you every day. Red alert signals your body sends when an exercise is damaging your heart. Your body is wise and constantly sends signals when an exercise is taxing your heart. Chest pain, even mild pain, during or after exercise should never be ignored. Shortness of breath disproportionate to the effort made is an alert that deserves immediate attention. Dizziness or feeling faint during physical activity indicates that something is wrong with your blood flow. Irregular heartbeats or palpitations that persist after exercise is over are worrisome signs. Ignoring these alerts is like turning off the fire alarm while your house is still on fire. Sudden nausea during exercise, especially accompanied by cold sweat, may indicate cardiac stress. Extreme fatigue that remains for more than an hour after exercise is not normal even after 60. Swelling in the legs or ankles that appears, or worsens with physical activity, can signal circulatory problems. Pain in the left arm, neck, or jaw during exertion are classic signs of cardiac overload. If you notice any of these symptoms, stop exercising immediately and consult a cardiologist. Now that you know the warning signs, let's find out which exercises pose the greatest risks. Pay close attention, as the next topic can completely change the way you exercise. The dangerous quartet. Movements that can lead to cardiac emergency. Certain exercises, although beneficial for young people, become real traps for mature hearts. Specialists in geriatric cardiology have identified alarming patterns of injuries associated with certain movements. Research by the Brazilian Society of Cardiology reveals that some exercises increase the cardiac risk in the elderly by up to 300%. Most worryingly, many of these exercises are often recommended without considering the age of the exerciser. Blood pressure can reach dangerously high levels during certain movements, overloading already stiffened arteries. Knowing these risks is not about limitation, but about intelligent protection to stay active for much longer. Doctors who specialize in sports medicine for the elderly agree that avoiding these 4 exercises can save lives. Let's get to know, one by one, the movements that pose the greatest risk to your heart after the age of 60. Get ready for some surprises, as some of these exercises may be part of your current routine. And remember, replacing them with safe alternatives does not mean losing benefits, but gaining protection and longevity. Let's explore the first villain on our list now. An exercise that many consider essential, but which can be fatal. 1. The silent destroyer. Excessive weights that weigh down your heart. Lifting very heavy weights creates intense pressure on the cardiovascular system, known as the Valsalva maneuver. During this effort, the pressure inside the chest increases dramatically, which can reach dangerous levels for mature hearts. Studies show that blood pressure can jump to 200 by 220 while lifting excessive weights. This sudden spike can trigger cardiac arrhythmias or even ruptures in existing arterial plaques. Prolonged isometric effort temporarily reduces blood flow to the heart just when it needs it most. Your heart is not designed to withstand extreme pressure spikes after decades of use. Respect your limits. Men over the age of 60 are particularly vulnerable to cardiac events during maximum weight lifts. Natural competitiveness leads many to exceed their safe limits, ignoring clear signs of cardiac overload. Weight-bearing exercises are still beneficial, but they should be performed with moderate loads and more repetitions. Experts recommend never exceeding 70% of your maximum capacity after the age of 60. But this is not the only exercise that hides risks. The next on our list is practiced daily by millions of people, and you would probably never suspect that it could pose a danger to your heart. 2. The abdominal trap, the traditional exercise that can raise your pressure dangerously. Traditional sit-ups, especially sit-ups, create extremely high intra-abdominal pressure. This pressure forces the heart to work against much greater resistance than normal. During the trunk flexion movement, blood pressure can rise dramatically in a matter of seconds. People with previous hypertension or a history of heart problems are at even greater risk with these exercises. The lying position, followed by intense effort, creates a sudden overload in venous return to the heart. Each traditional sit-up forces your heart to pump against a wall of pressure that can silently damage valves and arteries. Studies from the Mayo Clinic show that conventional sit-ups can raise blood pressure to levels comparable to lifting heavy weights. Older adults with pre-existing heart conditions have up to a 5-fold increased risk of complications during these exercises. Alternatives such as isometric planks or sit-ups offered similar benefits with lower risk. Sustained and controlled contraction of the abdominal muscles is much safer than fast, repetitive movements. Let's move on to the next high-risk exercise, one that many consider the essence of fitness. This is perhaps the most surprising on our list, as it is universally recommended, but not for everyone. 3. The race against life, when high intensity becomes a threat. High-intensity running, such as sprints and vigorous interval training, requires extreme cardiovascular effort. The heart of a person over 60 may not be prepared for these sudden demands for oxygen. During intense running, the heart can beat at more than 160 beats per minute, overloading stiffened arteries. This acute stress can trigger severe arrhythmias or even heart attack in hearts with already compromised circulation. Body temperature rises rapidly, requiring greater cardiac work to maintain proper cooling of the body. What for a young person represents a healthy challenge, for his mature heart can be the trigger for a hospital emergency. Cardiologists observe a worrying increase in cardiac events in intense runners after the age of 60. Dehydration, which is common during vigorous exercise, further increases the risks by thickening the blood. Moderate running and brisk walking offer similar cardiovascular benefits without the extreme risk of high-intensity exercise. Ideally, you should keep your heart rate in a safe zone, usually between 100 and 120 beats per minute. Our last dangerous exercise is also related to impact, but in a way that few consider. Be aware that the latter can be present in various activities that you practice regularly. 4. Deadly impact. Activities that push your heart and joints to the limit. High-impact exercises like jumping rope, plyometrics, or intense aerobics classes create shocks that affect the entire system. Each impact against the ground generates a pressure wave that propagates through the body. including the cardiovascular system. These repetitive shock waves can destabilize already existing atheromatous plaques in the coronary arteries. For people with osteoporosis, which is common after 60, the impact increases the risk of fractures that lead to immobilization. Prolonged immobilization, in turn, significantly increases the risk of dangerous blood clots. Each jump or strong impact sends a shock wave that can literally shake the most vulnerable structures of your body. Studies show that high-impact exercises increase the load on the knee and hip joints by up to 200%. The resulting pain leads many older adults to abandon physical activity altogether, further damaging heart health. Joint injuries often lead to the use of anti-inflammatory drugs, which can negatively interfere with blood pressure. The good news is that there are dozens of low-impact alternatives that offer excellent cardiovascular benefits. Now that you know the 4 main villains, let's find out the heroes that can transform your heart health. These next exercises are true allies of your mature heart. Don't miss this part. Heart saviors. The 4 moves that can add years to your life. Fortunately, there are exercises specifically beneficial for mature hearts, with scientifically proven benefits. These activities strengthen the cardiovascular system gradually and safely, without overloading vulnerable structures. Research from the University of Oxford shows that adequate exercise can rejuvenate the cardiovascular system in up to 10 years. Regularity, more than intensity, is the secret to reaping the benefits of these life-saving movements. Many of these exercises also improve balance and muscle strength, reducing the risk of falls. Choosing the right exercises is like selecting the ideal fuel for a classic engine. It ensures performance and longevity. The flexibility of the arteries, a crucial factor for heart health, improves significantly with these recommended movements. Longitudinal studies show a reduction of up to 40% in the risk of cardiovascular events in regular practitioners. Blood pressure, both systolic and diastolic, tends to normalize with the continuous practice of these safe exercises. The benefits go beyond the heart, also improving mental health and reducing the risk of dementia. Let's get to know the first and perhaps most accessible of all cardioprotective exercises, a movement that is within everyone's reach. This first exercise is so powerful that doctors call it the perfect natural remedy. 1. The Daily Miracle. How simply walking can revolutionize your heart health. Regular walking is considered by cardiologists to be the perfect exercise for people over the age of 60. It moderately raises the heart rate, strengthening the heart muscle without overloading it. 30 minutes of walking a day reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 35%. The gentle impact during walking stimulates the formation of new bone, fighting osteoporosis without excessive risks. During movement, the leg muscles function as auxiliary pumps, helping venous return to the heart. Every step you take literally massages your circulatory system, unclogging arteries and stimulating the creation of new blood vessels. Walking outdoors adds the benefit of controlled sun exposure, which is essential for vitamin D production. This vitamin is crucial for cardiovascular health, and its deficiency is common in people over the age of 60. The pace of the walk can be easily adjusted according to individual physical condition, making it accessible to everyone. Studies show that walking after meals helps regulate blood glucose levels, benefiting diabetics as well. But if you're looking for an even more complete exercise with zero impact on your joints, the next on our list will surprise you. This second exercise is considered by many experts to be the most complete for the elderly. 2. Aquatic therapy, the rejuvenating power of water for your heart. Swimming and water aerobics offer natural water resistance, strengthening the heart without impacting the joints. The hydrostatic pressure of the water helps venous return, reducing swelling in the legs and facilitating cardiac work. Aquatic exercises utilize virtually all muscle groups, maximizing the cardiovascular benefits of training. The water temperature in heated pools dilates blood vessels, reducing peripheral resistance to blood flow. This reduction in resistance allows the heart to work with less effort, even during more intense exercise. When you move in water, your body experiences true cardiovascular renewal, as if it were receiving a youth transfusion. Studies by the Brazilian Association of Sports Medicine show an improvement of up to 50% in cardiorespiratory capacity with regular water aerobics. The aquatic environment reduces stress on the joints by up to 90% compared to exercises on land. People with arthritis, common after 60, find in the water the possibility of exercising without pain. Buoyancy allows for movements that would be impossible or painful on land, expanding the possibilities for exercise. Our next beneficial exercise comes from millennia-old traditions that deeply understood the connection between movement and longevity. You will be amazed at the effectiveness of these ancient practices for modern heart health. 3. The ancient secret: ancestral moves that strengthen your heart effortlessly. Tai Chi and gentle yoga represent the perfect balance between movement, controlled breathing, and meditation. These ancient practices promote what cardiologists call mindful exercise, ideal for mature hearts. Slow, controlled movements of Tai Chi improve circulation without sudden elevations in heart rate. The deep breathing associated with these practices increases blood oxygenation and naturally lowers blood pressure. Research from Harvard University demonstrates a significant reduction in cardiovascular oxidative stress in regular practitioners. Each posture or movement of Tai Chi and yoga is like a natural medicine specific to different aspects of heart health. Studies prove to improve balance by up to 70%, reducing falls that could lead to immobilization. The flexibility developed in these practices improves the quality of life and facilitates the execution of daily activities. The meditative component reduces cortisol levels, a stress hormone directly linked to heart problems. Regularity in these practices is associated with better heart rate variability, an important indicator of cardiovascular health. Our latest beneficial exercise combines the best of both worlds: efficient movement, low impact, and contact with nature. This fourth movement is perfect for those looking for independence and mobility without risking heart health. 4. Wheels of Life: how moderate cycling pumps youth to your heart. Cycling at moderate intensity offers constant cardiovascular stimulation without overloading the hip and knee joints. Unlike running, cycling distributes body weight over the saddle, drastically reducing the impact on the body. Cycling regularly significantly strengthens the heart muscle and improves the elasticity of the coronary arteries. Studies show that regular cyclists over the age of 60 have a heart capacity comparable to that of people 10 years younger. Constant pedaling at a moderate pace keeps the heart in an optimal training zone, between 110 and 120 beats. Each pedal stroke is like a revitalizing hug for your heart, pumping new life through your arteries. Exercise bikes are excellent alternatives for rainy days, or for those who are afraid to pedal on the streets. Recumbent bikes offer an even safer option for people with balance problems or lower back pain. The possibility of precisely adjusting the resistance makes cycling adaptable to any fitness level. The circular movement of the pedaling improves the lubrication of the joints without subjecting them to excessive stress. Now that you know both the villains and the heroes of heart health, let's learn how to put together a perfect routine. The next topic will show you how to combine these exercises to maximize the benefits without increasing the risks. Action plan: turn your routine into a protective shield for your heart. Creating a balanced routine starts with a thorough medical evaluation to know your current cardiovascular conditions. A cardiologist-supervised exercise stress test is critical to determining your safe exercise limits. Start gradually, increasing the intensity and duration only when your body demonstrates clear positive adaptation. Experts recommend starting with 3 30-minute sessions a week, gradually increasing to 5 sessions. Combine different types of safe exercises to work on all aspects of your cardiovascular health. The secret is not in exercising intensely, but in exercising intelligently, respecting the unique map of your body. Monitor your heart rate during exercise, ideally keeping it between 50 and 70% of the maximum for your age. The approximate formula for calculating your maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. Pay attention to the signals your body sends during and after exercises, adjusting the intensity as needed. Stay well hydrated, as dehydration increases cardiac stress during any physical activity. Never exercise in prolonged fasting after age 60, as this can cause hypoglycemia and increase heart risk. See a cardiologist every 6 months to reassess your condition and adjust your exercise program. Remember that consistency trumps intensity when it comes to cardiovascular health after age 60. Final inspiration. Your heart deserves this care. Your heart has beaten more than 2 billion times throughout your life, working tirelessly for you. Each beat pumped life through your body, allowing you to experience every precious moment of existence. Now more than ever, this extraordinary organ deserves your conscious care and your deep respect. Adapting your workouts doesn't mean giving up on vitality, but rather embracing a new way of conquering it. The years after 60 can be the most vibrant and healthy of your life with the right choices. Your heart does not ask for retirement. It only asks that you treat it with the wisdom that your years of life have given you. Many seniors report that they have never felt as good as they did after adapting their exercises to the needs of the mature heart. The feeling of sustainable energy, without the ups and downs of extreme exhaustion, is one of the main reported benefits. Your family and loved ones deserve to have you present, healthy, and active for many, many years to come. The investment you make today in proper exercise will pay invaluable dividends in future quality of life. Always remember, movement is life, but intelligent movement is long and full life. Take care of your heart with the same dedication with which it has taken care of you for all these decades. Your healthy future starts with the next move you choose to make today. Make this choice with wisdom, affection, and respect for the miracle that is your heart.